Welcome back to the Audio Theory Podcast featuring your hosts, Superfly and Danny Day Bars Open. What's good?
What's good, dude? We're having a hell of a Wednesday. I'll jump into mine real quick. Dude, I am coming straight from the local urgent care where I got my first COVID test.
Oh, shit. I thought you were going to say, like, you had a fucking stroke or something.
No. I wouldn't go to urgent care for that. But, dude, it is exactly all those videos of people, like, in pain afterwards. Bro, I understand completely right now, bro. Like, that, first of all, the swab they use is, like, a good 10 inches long. So it's just one, and each side goes into your, like, each nostril. But, bro, the thing is 10 inches. 8 inches goes up your nostril. Obviously, it doesn't go up. It goes, like, in and then, like, back. Bro, and then once it's in, you're like, all right, it's not that bad. And then he's like, all right, I'm going to count at 10 seconds. And then I'm just like, bro.
Count to 10?
You have to count to 10 seconds each nostril. Bro.
Oh, hell no.
He's like, all right, I'll give you a second. And I'm like, all right, I'm ready for the next one. Bro, the second he put the swab in my up my nostril, my left one, dude, I guess it like hit some kind of like, dude, because this is like where all like your eyes and like, dude, I just started crying, like just like tears, not like because I was sad or like just legit, like it just triggered something that tears just started flowing down my face, bro. Like, oh my god. And then afterwards for like 20 minutes, like I felt the sensation on the side of my like temple for like the next like hour, bro.
Hell no. Shit, all that work, I better have COVID.
Dude, I hope I don't have it. So the reason why we're taking it is because we were exposed 2 weeks ago, or we may have been, like someone we were hanging out with, we found out like 3 days later they had it. So I have no idea if they got it earlier, they got it later. So, well, listen, we're traveling back to New York. The plan is this weekend, if not next weekend. But we're like, bro, we're not gonna put our families at risk because we decided to go fucking get a hotel room on a random weekend here. So just trying to be safe. So we'll know in the next couple of days. But yeah, dude, that shit it's quick. It's like it's a total of like a minute everything. But bro, like that sensation is for real. So
my eyes are tearing up just thinking.
It hurts. Like, I don't fucking blame you, bro. I just fucking if I wasn't going up to like see family and friends, I would never take that fucking test. I would just self-quarantine for a month and be like, yo, there's no way I still have it if I had it.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, I hope you guys are safe. So how did it work? Was it someone you know that was like, you may have been in contact, or was it one of those automated things that were like...
My buddy's 30th birthday, he got a telly in Fort Lauderdale. And yeah, like we were like 7 people. I mean, we were pretty spaced out, but at some point, dude, the drinks are flowing. You're like, yo, what's good, baby? Good to see you. You know, like, and then, dude, like, yeah, one of my boys there, like, yeah, it was a friend, like, but I don't know if he got it that day, if he got it, like, they had the hotel for 3 nights. Maybe he got it on Sunday, and I only saw him Saturday. Like, I have no idea. So, I mean, dude, it's hard to trace the exact moment. So I just figured, hey, I saw him. There's a chance. Might as well get tested to be safe.
Yeah,
I haven't had symptoms, bro. And again, it may have been, like I mentioned before, I think I had it back in January, right? So, dude, who fucking knows? So we'll see.
Yeah, I've been tripping out a little bit lately because I sneezed like twice in a row, which fucking half the people would send the government on my ass if they heard me doing that. But yeah, it's weird how like just being regular sick isn't an option anymore, or people don't refuse to believe that might exist too.
That's not
like
impossible.
Just a common cold or some shit.
Like if my dude, legit, like I was having back pains because of the way I was sitting, and I'm like, damn, is that like my lung fucking over fucking getting?
I no lie, like at one point I was just by myself and I was holding my breath to see how long I could do it, and I think once like I started coughing or some shit because I couldn't hold it long enough. And then I was just freaking out, like by myself in my room, like just self-diagnosing with the most random technique ever.
Yeah. The self-diagnosing is what's killing us. Like, yeah, you like, I already suffer from like nasal drip, you know. So like the other day, like I fucking sneezed and like a chunk of like a little bit of blood came out of my nostril, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And I'm like, bro, this has happened to you every year for the past 20 years. Like, what is wrong?
Seriously, yeah. All this has been happening to me. Like, maybe I am a hypochondriac and I just don't realize it. But I'm always having like the slightest symptom, and I'll go to urgent care or whatever, and they're like, "Yo, you're fine."
Dude,
So,
I was telling my girl, because we went together, like, dude, being that doctor at the urgent care who's doing this has to be the most, like, thankless fucking job, bro. Because you're legit seeing 100 to 200 people who, what, 50%, maybe 40% have it? Like, dude, that is, bro, dude, this guy's in a fucking, like, proper, like, NASA suit, like come in.
My dad was telling me something crazy about nurses and stuff feeling guilty because I forget what the situation. Okay, here it is. Doctors that traveled to New York early on the pandemic made at least $24,000 a week, and nurses made $10,000 a day. A nurse was interviewed saying she felt bad, so bad, getting $2K per day to sit on her phone on Facebook because there weren't enough patients.
I mean, dude, I can relate to that because, I mean, not my doctor specifically, but my industry. Like, I mean, I'm in the healthcare industry, bro. Like, we had specialties like emergency care doctors, hospitalists, urgent care, primary care. Bro, when the pandemic hit, all these hospitals just started fucking flying in doctors. And, dude, we were charging them a fucking premium. Like, it just, I think you're asking us at the last minute. All right, it's going to cost a little bit more. And it's just like, it kind of is what it is, bro. Like, so, you know, it's each their own, bro. I mean, but again, who's to say they're not fucking, if there were patients, and most places there were, bro, they're literally putting their lives at risk.
Yeah, so that's the other piece of it.
Like,
is,
dude, like, so they fucking deserve, in my opinion, they deserve every fucking cent of that because they are, dude, like, there was a doctor in New Jersy who got it. And then obviously, you know, once you get it, your family can't come see you, right? Like, they're just like, hopefully you go in and I see you one day. Dude, thankfully she survived, but dude, she made a video telling her kids, I love you, just please be nice people when you grow up, mommy's gonna be in heaven. Yeah. Like, bro, that's the shit doctors are going through, so bro, they deserve every fucking cent.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's kind of like, I mean, this is maybe an extreme example, but bodyguards, you might be like, yo, this dude hasn't killed or punched one person ever since I've hired him, but it's like, the whole point is to have them there and ready if shit goes down and they need help.
Exactly. If shit happens, it's an insurance policy, bro. Like, if shit happens, I have this insurance policy. So it's a doctor, bodyguard. Yeah, dude, for sure. So yeah, I don't, and like, dude, imagine those fucking guys who like clean the side of buildings, bro. Like, that's a fucking thankless job, and I don't want to fucking do that shit.
Yeah.
They make like fucking $30-$40 an hour, so, you know, kudos to them, dude. But we won't get into your Wednesday because it was probably too wild for radio. But how was Joshua Tree, bro? That shit, dude, you had me wanting to fucking hop on a flight because the visuals were crazy.
Yeah. So I honestly didn't expect it to be as nice as, or nicer, I feel like, than the photos did. I feel like the photos didn't necessarily do it justice, but yeah, it was super sick.
Outside was a fucking,
that was the
flex.
Game changer. I at least didn't want to be inside the house that much. My girl was watching Netflix for a bit, but like that was immediately what I went to at first, was the jacuzzi, because it was right on the edge of like this kind of hill that overlooked the mountains and everything. And I would say the only thing that sucked was, for some reason, I don't know if it's just because it's old or like if it needs to retain heat from the sun or some shit, but after dinner it would always get too cold. And too cold, by too cold I mean like 80 degrees, which isn't a hot tub. It's just kind of feels like you're sitting in piss or some shit. But once we learned that, the next day we got in it early, like right at sunset. Yeah, it was amazing. Like that was probably the most blissful like day that I've had in a long ass time, at least since this pandemic started, because there hasn't been shit to do other than relax. And it was nice to get away and just blast music too, because like I have roommates to be respectful towards, so I can't just blast music all day. Well, apparently that's gonna change soon. But yeah, it was dope.
Yo, so how far is Joshua Tree from you?
2.5 hours.
Damn, that's close, bro. Next time I might fucking go with you, make that happen, bro. Because that shit looks legit. Like I was like, damn, this shit looks fucking fire, bro. Yeah.
It's like the same drive as Coachella, basically.
Yeah, just like another direction.
It's like a town over.
Yeah, dude, dude, that shit looks fucking super dope. So I'd be down for that.
Yeah, it was fire, and we had enough people.
But what is there to do though? You guys just chill at the house, or was it like
yeah, literally
hiking trails? Or?
that's all there is to do is chill at the house. You can go hiking, but it was hot as hell. It was like over 100 degrees, and most people like do like super hippie shit. They'll go to like vortexes and do shrooms and stuff. We didn't do that. We just kept it chill. Did the karaoke machine, which was fun. Drank a lot. Surprisingly didn't eat that much. I think I was just so happy to like not be in my room.
Yeah.
Like I need another beer, not breakfast.
Nice, dude. Congrats, man. Yeah, definitely a good chance to get away. You took advantage of it, man. So kudos to you guys. How is what's the latest Corona update from the beautiful city of LA?
I feel like we're the only ones suffering, or like one of the few states suffering from this, because everyone else in like Boston and stuff appears to be pretty open. But yeah, we're still trapped.
Dude, you say that, but then I start seeing like all these like fucking celebrities in LA living their fucking best life. I'm like, do they open just restaurants for you? Like, cause like,
probably.
Dude, I legit see so many celebrities out there just like living their dream. We're at Nobu today. I'm like, wait, what? Like, that shit's closed. Like, what the fuck's happening?
I don't know. They change their fucking mind every other day on like what's allowed and what's not. I think like outside dining's allowed.
Okay.
And then people were still throwing house parties and shit. These fools might as well open up a bar at their house because you can't even tell the difference. But yeah, I mean, other than that, there's not like anything to do except go out and eat and go to the beach, which is, it's not a bad thing. But once you do it every other fucking day, then it becomes old.
Yeah, I feel you. Did you guys figure out if you are gonna go away before the summer's over though, and like try to do some shit?
Probably the same thing we did with Joshua Tree, just like go to another nearby state or something. So I think
I heard Sonoma and like Napa's like wide open.
Yeah, so I did hear that. It's a good call. I think we might try to do that at some point. Utah, there's nothing going on there like in general, but from what I hear, it's pretty dope. My brother said his friend lives near a river or a lake or something where you can jet ski. So maybe we'll do that. Basically trying to like Airbnb and work from those places while we can. It sounds like we have to deal with COVID for a while, but figured it'd be nice to kind of like test out living in different cities and seeing if, you know, maybe LA isn't the place I want to settle in. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, now you're probably not even gonna have to because of work. You can fucking just work anywhere.
Yeah,
dude, same as Florida, bro. Like ever since we had that spike, I want to say it was 5 or 6 weeks ago, we got up to like 10,000 a day. Dude, we really haven't gone lower than 8,000 a day. Like it's just been that bad, bro. And it's like there seems to be no signs of it getting better. That's why we're actually gonna go. We were only gonna go up to New York, Rhode Island for a month. Now we're extending it for a month and a half. So we're going to come back the weekend after Labor Day. So yeah, like September 15th, we're going to start heading back here. So obviously, you know, God willing and everything. So yeah, dude, like it's bad, bro. And like in episode 39, we're going to call this one Real Madness because there's a lot of things that's probably, Mental Realness, my bad. Mental Realness is the episode. Because probably a lot of things fucking with our heads. So like, dude, mentally, how have you felt working from home now that we're almost going on 5 months? And that, I mean, if Google is saying that they're not even going to open their campus till July 2021, and obviously Google is like one of the biggest fucking companies in the world. So I think a lot of other companies like, all right, if they're doing that, we can just like, yeah, we're open. So how do you feel about like the idea of mentally being, one, how do you feel up until this point mentally? And then two, how do you feel like, you know, you're going to be mentally set up for, you know, being okay if we have like another year that's ahead of us?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted because I do enjoy the freedom of what we were just talking about, being able to like hop over to, you know, the next city and work from there and even potentially live somewhere else, or live wherever you want. Yeah. And be able to still work from home. I know like Barbados has some crazy work visa program where you can work from there for a year if you want. I probably wouldn't do a year, but I'd be down for a few weeks.
They're about to be the most populated West Indian island ever, bro. Like,
I know. But it's just weird to me though. I mean, I'm assuming they're testing everyone for COVID before they come, right?
I would hope so, bro. But dude, for $1,500, you become a fucking citizen essentially. Like, bro, like,
yeah, it's wild. But yeah, other than that, like, I guess the part that concerns me is, well, does that mean we can't revert to normal life in any way up until like 2022, which would drive me crazy because I need to see a concert, I need to go to a movie theater, I need to do something, or these companies need to hurry the fuck up and fix how they approach these things. Like, they need to release, you know, new movies in the drive-in format. Same with the concerts. I know people are kind of already doing it, but it's not hasn't become like standardized really.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like a novelty kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, dude, like, again, talking about mental realness and like, I mean, that's what I think I told Sat, your girl, this. I'm actively trying to buy a house. So like, you know, God willing, in the next 2 months, like, I'm gonna have like a home. And the main reason why I'm pushing that, like, I still have like 6 months left of my lease. Bro, I just need, like, if that's gonna be the norm, like, dude, we're gonna be working from home. Like, I gotta be able to remove my workspace from my like living space.
Yeah.
And like right now, it's very much like, oh, I'm working, and then I just turn around and like, I'm watching TV. You know what I mean? It's like, I really need like if this is all it's gonna be, I need to make sure like home is home, and I have a space for work, bro. Because right now, like, it just feels like very repetitive, mundane. These walls feel like they're fucking closing in on me, and then again, I'm working and relaxing in the same exact space, bro. I feel like that shouldn't be happening. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the bedroom or the living room is like sacred for specific things. Like, we shouldn't be working in that same space as well. So like, yeah, dude, I'm trying to find a fucking house soon so I can just like, obviously, one, have equity and, stop throwing money away in rent and shit. But also, like, I need to have a bigger space to properly like enjoy life. If for the next year, 2 years, like, bro, we're gonna be working from home.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's what's been driving me crazy too. Is, I mean, it's weird because before this hit, I created I built like a mini workstation in my room because it's pretty big. But then I was under the impression I was gonna be able to work from home once a week, which like was a standard company thing. And then before I knew it, I'm fucking sitting at my desk every day, 8-9 hours a day or whatever it is. So yeah, I think that is a good point. When I do eventually buy a place, I for a fact need like a whole separate space for that type of stuff, and then the bedroom, and then maybe like a man cave for whatever else.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna do like the man cave is gonna be like where I do this and work, and then like obviously set up my sneakers and my the TV setup. Like, that's gonna be just my space. So like, that's fine. But like, yeah, dude, I can't have like working in my living room or working in my bedroom like I am now. Like, I'm like, dude, this is fucking like, because it gets, then you forget at times, dude, I'm on the clock, and I'm just like, I catch myself just fucking like just chilling. And it's like, bro, like, you gotta be working right now.
Yeah, for real.
So yeah, but yeah, man, I really hope we figure it out. But yeah, it's especially in these big states like California, Florida, it's just so wild how like shit doesn't seem like it's gonna get better anytime soon.
No,
like, that's just disheartening. Like, if there was hope, like, yeah, dude, we're flattening the curve, or we're yes, the rates are going up, but we're fixing. It's like, bro, it's just like, it really is like we're just hoping to God one day it's just like, yeah, guys, we figured it out. We're gonna be okay. Give us a week. Like,
yeah, I feel like we're just half-assing it, and we're waiting for the vaccine at this point. Like, to me, I'm like, I'm willing to fucking literally stay in my, like, give us a deadline. Like, yo, by tonight at midnight, you better buy all the fucking food you can. You're not leaving your house. You're gonna be shot on site if you do, for 2 weeks, and then hopefully we'll get rid of this shit. Like, it's to that point where I'm ready to just not see a soul for like a month if I have to, if that means the rest of the year will be fine.
Right. Yeah, dude, I'm with you 100%, bro. It's fucking bad, dude. And it's like, fuck, dude. Yeah, I feel like they're not. But what I'm afraid of is that our country's so like on like red and blue, this bullshit, like, one side versus the other side. Yeah. That the other side wants like the Republicans to fail. it's like we want you to keep fucking up. So
Yeah.
it's like we're not even gonna step in to like fix shit because like yo, the more you fuck up, the better it is for us. I'm like, bro, like 1 billion people are fucking suffering, bro.
Yeah.
Like fucking help us.
Yeah, way too much pride. I mean, if Trump fixes this, like, I will gladly give him his props. I just want to go back to normal life. At this point, I'm not even like, it's hard to even want to tune into the red versus blue, debate and chaos. I think they just need to put those differences aside. But yeah, since it's election time is coming up in a few months, I feel like people are gonna be like, "Yo, I'm not gonna help you. I want to see everything burn." So that
that's exactly
that time,
what it is. Like, I want to see this entire country burn. So when we go to these fucking debates, we can say, "Well, he fucked it up, and I would never do that to you." Blah blah blah. So dude. But speaking about differences, obviously you just had like a mini family getaway. Dude, do you ever feel like, or let me know if like you and your brothers and close friends have similar political like alliances, but like, do you see yourself biting your tongue recently when like certain people are like opposite you that like like it's not worth the argument because like this shit could get really heated really quickly?
Yeah, I feel like I was the most vocal right around the time of the protests. Like at that point, I feel like I didn't really have a filter with anybody because like nobody did. I feel like that at that time, regardless of which side you're on, people were just like, I believe this, I believe that. But now I think I'm so exhausted to the point where, yeah, if somebody's like arguing just a dumbass fact that I don't agree with or something, or even if I think there's like some valid points, I won't even like invest the time to try to like come to an agreement. I'm just like, whatever, man. Like, you believe it, believe whatever you want. I'm not gonna deal with this. I'm just really curious about November, basically.
Yeah, dude, I'm exactly the same way where you are. Like, I feel like initially I was like, dude, like, yeah, I stand for this, I stand for that. But because I'm always in the mood for a healthy debate. Yeah. But I just feel like it's become so divisive that it's like, I don't want to hear you. Like, other people are like, I don't want to hear your side. Let me tell you why you're wrong, as opposed to like, hey, tell me your point of view. What am I missing? Or maybe like I have like blind spots, right? Yeah. I feel like right now, like the elephant in the room, quote unquote, is like, yeah, like, dude, like if we're talking about politics or religion, like, bro, like I feel like there's no need to get into this shit because I don't want to ruin a friendship or like a family member relationship I have because I'm like, bro, like there's no getting through to you. Like, you believe what you believe, I believe what I want, and we can't talk about this shit because you're gonna tell me how I'm an idiot for believing what I believe. So what's the point?
Also, at this point, I feel like there's an insane amount of conflicting information out that I don't even know what's like a credible source or anything.
Did you see that Nigerian doctor?
Yeah, like I didn't even have time to investigate that shit, but now I'm hearing this bitch is promoting demon sperm and alien DNA and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, she says if you fuck demons, you are like part of the devil. You know, she believes it. Yeah, dude, like the wildest shit. First of all, that video was filmed on a fucking Motorola Razr from like 2007. So like the visual and stuff, I'm like, bro, what is this, dude?
The one where they're all standing like it's a fucking music video or some shit.
Yeah, like the fucking music is like it's like the fucking bootleg ass press conference, bro. Like, what is happening? Dude, yeah, it is trash, bro. Like trash, and like everyone was using that. Like, you must watch this. Yeah. This is what the Democrats don't want you to know this. I'm like, bro, really? Like, that's what we're doing? Do you even know who the fuck this lady is? Like,
so this is an interesting question because obviously when they keep banning this stuff, like idiots are gonna be like, oh, they don't want you to hear it because it's the truth, especially during this time because everyone and their fucking mom is a conspiracy theorist now. But my question is, if you were head of Instagram or whatever, would you, and you saw this shit and it was just like wild information that you knew was fake essentially, would you just leave it on there because you think the average person is gonna realize it's stupid, or are you gonna get rid of it because you're concerned that one idiot out there might try fucking drinking bleach or whatever it is that these doctors are promoting?
Dude, that's my thing, bro. There's so much already on Instagram. So I was saying the same exact thing. I would just do what Twitter did, which is fucking like the moment that gets posted, a disclaimer comes to the top, like super aggressive, like, hey, there is no proof to what is being said. Please use caution. You know what I mean? Like, I think you have I feel like as that platform, you have to do some kind of warning. Again, I feel like we all have freedom of speech, but like, if there's no fucking, like, what facts is she saying? Like, everything she's saying just seemed like, well, this is what I've seen, and it's like, okay, but like, dude, you also apparently seen aliens and fucking, like, you've seen everything. So like, you know what I mean? It just seems so. I was more fucking astonished at the fact that so many people were posting that shit with like confidence.
Yeah.
Like, see,
my friend did that. He works at Google.
What was that?
My friend who works at Google sent it to me, and like, he's a smart guy, so he's on the COVID's hoax side, or at least he's moving towards it, and he sent it to me. I still didn't watch the video just because like I could tell what it was about from the caption. I'm not about to sit and watch 15 minutes of a bunch of doctors say a bunch of shit I don't understand anyways. But he sent it to me and wasn't joking about it or anything. I saw YouTube videos saying basically they're giving her credibility by taking it down, and then what else was it? And then eventually I saw people saying, oh, just because, you know, Hitler says 1 + 1, just because he's evil doesn't mean that when he says 1 + 1 = 2 that he's wrong, implying that this doctor has said some other wild things.
Devil, but she also could be right about this, which is again, which isn't wrong. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with taking it down, but you have to put some kind of disclaimer, like the same way with, I think Twitter did that with Trump when he said some wild shit where it's like incorrect. You know what I mean? Like, just some kind of thing that's like, hey, this has not been verified. Please use caution. Do not fucking go injecting yourself with fucking Clorox, you know, whatever the fuck she was saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, everyone's so woke. It's just like, I wanted to ask you that, bro, because I've been like, I'm on group chats with coworkers and family members and friends, and there's always a couple wild people in that shit who are saying like, this is all fucking scam. And I'm like, dude, at this point, I'm so exhausted by all this shit. Can't we all agree that, dude, we shouldn't be in the position we're in right now? Like, we'll figure out who to blame later, bro.
Yeah.
But right now, living in America fucking sucks. All right? Like, it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And there's someone to blame for this. We'll figure out who it is, but we got to figure out how to just make shit better, bro. Like, I don't want to worry about, like, this person fucked up. Like, that's just, you know, how can we make this shit better? And then we'll judge those who need to be judged at the right time, bro. Because, bro, I got too many friends fucking flying from island to island in Greece and chilling in Ibiza. I'm like, bro, like, look at them. They're all so happy. That could be me. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, although all those times I saw those videos of like racist people yelling at people saying, go back to your country, or why don't you leave America then? Like, all those comments are starting to hit home now. Like, I might actually fucking do that.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty fucking wild, bro. And like, I think I posted some shit today. Like, I think it was like a prime minister from some like major European nation was like, we may need to get used to America not being an ally of the world.
I think I saw you post that.
God, bro, like, that's what I've been saying for like the past 5 episodes, bro. Like, there's gonna be a point in the near future where like the world's gonna be like, yo, fuck America. Who the fuck do they think they are? Like, do it, like, go fuck yourself, bro. Like, that's the only, when it comes to like this whole election, like, that's my only concern. And again, maybe it's because I love traveling, and I was always hanging out abroad growing up, that I'm like I'm very aware of like the world's perception of someone who holds an American passport.
Yeah.
And dude, when it was Obama, like, dude, you were loved. Like, dude, we're so, you know, you should be so proud to be American. You know, your president has so much elegance, blah blah blah. And dude, now, dude, our president is trash when it comes to at least diplomacy, right? Like, he fucking treats other nations like, yo, you're a piece of shit. Like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. What are you gonna do about it? Like, I dare you to fucking do something. I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, damn it. Yeah, I was in Spain when fucking doing the study abroad when Obama became president officially, and it's just wild to think that the tables have turned. If I can't travel though, like, let's just say this lasted like 5-10 years, I think I would legit like lose my fucking mind. Like I have to be able to just be elsewhere and experience something different.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I mean, we're gonna travel, bro. We're gonna travel. There's still 20 countries that fuck with America that let us travel right now. I get it. This shit's gonna get better, bro. Like, it's, again, we're too smart of a nation, let alone a world, to let this shit keep getting this bad.
Yeah.
But it's just really sad in the present day and in the near future, we're gonna be in this little fucking bubble, whatever. But side note, as a fucking stock tip to you, if you're already doing this, kudos to you. Bro, American Airlines stock is $11, bro. I'm about to fucking rack up right now, because I know that shit's only gonna go up in like 4 years or whatever.
Well, do you know what it was in January?
The 52-week high was $46.
Okay.
So, dude, like, if it gets anywhere near that, bro.
And how are they doing?
I'm like $2,000 aside. What was that?
How are airlines doing? Are they going bankrupt and shit or no?
Dude, they're never gonna go bankrupt, bro. They got a fucking bailout. They have fucking money. Like, they're gonna be around, bro. Like dude, United and American Airlines are gonna be here in 3 or 4 years. So those stock prices are very, very fucking affordable. And the moment those fucking, like, yeah, we got a vaccine, let's go, free trip to Cancun, yo, bro, I'm gonna be like, yo, dude, another one that's fucking cheap right now, Carnival Cruise Line, dude, like $9 a share. I'm like, bro, where's my fucking savings account, bro? I'm like, yo, take my money, and I'm just gonna wait like 2 years, because like, there's no way this shit isn't fucking just skyrocket.
No, that's a good call. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely look into those, because I was literally looking last night for discount stocks, but I couldn't find anything that was like a major brand that I was familiar with that had decreased that much, because a lot of the shit bounced back surprisingly. I'm kind of pissed at the time I didn't have enough funds to really go hard when it first tanked.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, fuck, like I should have waited, because it was like a New Year's resolution.
Yeah, because now everything's at a fucking all-time high right now, which is fucking ridiculous. Like, literally, the world is burning, and the economy is like, yo, let's go. Like, what? Like, not the economy. Sorry, Wall Street is fucking like loving life right now. The economy is shit. But yeah, that's why I'm nervous. Cause like, yo, like, that's what I do. I got some money I want to invest in the market, but I'm just like, let me just hold off. But I'm thinking about maybe like shares like that, like individual stock, as opposed to like massive funds.
Yeah.
But dude, like, yeah, like shit like that, American Airlines, cruises, where like, bro, like, what, we're just gonna never leave our country for the next 10 years? Dude, that's not gonna fucking happen. So
shit, I'm building a plane if that's.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
We'll figure it
dude,
out.
what I'm tight about, I had 50 shares in Kodak 2 years ago when I was like on the Robinhood app heavy. And I just sold it. I'm like, bro, like, no one, like, I don't know why. I was like, dude, I didn't even know why I bought this shit. Oh, I know why. Because they came out with their own version of Bitcoin. So I'm like, yo, let me get in this shit now. And then, like, that whole buzz went away. So I just sold that shit. And then today, Kodak was up 1,986%. I was just like, bro, what the fuck?
Shit.
Oh my god, I could have been fucking quitting my job today, bro. Fuck. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. So definitely a little audio theory stock tip. Invest in some fucking airline stocks. Because, again, there's just no way that shit's gonna go away. Like, if you have the money to do it and just, like, let it sit for a year, I would recommend that at least.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
All right, man. So let's get into some mental realness. I don't know if you're more of a fan of him than I am, but definitely more aware of what's going on. So Logic recently retired, recently dropped an album. So just talk about that whole experience. I think he like did a live stream on Twitch. Like how did that all go down?
I actually heard about the stream via the Joe Budden podcast. It was kind of awkward because I was like, I thought it was one of those like sound bites they use from time to time. Because everyone knows like Joe Budden kind of makes fun of Logic from me here and there, and it was just like this background vocal or audio of Logic's stream, and you hear him like crying and talking about like how grateful he is of his fans and how depressed he used to be and how much he cared about rapping, and now he's retiring and blah blah blah. I won't say I'm the biggest fan of him. Like I first found out about his music way back in like, I want to say like 2011 or 2012. He had a couple mixtapes pretty good. Kind of like had that Mac Miller, like the early Mac Miller vibe, like kind of just like rapidy rap. I'm having fun, like cool frat boy type shit.
Yeah, I like those. Was it Bobby Tarantino?
Yeah, Bobby Tarantino and like
those mixtapes were cool.
Frank Sinatra, Young Sinatra and stuff. And then somewhere over, I think it was like literally when he released the Suicide Hotline song, is like when for me personally the music just didn't really resonate anymore. Kind of became super mainstream and like, I don't know, it just didn't appeal to me really.
But it's wild how you could have that big of a cult following.
Yeah.
Because his fans, if you're a Logic fan, you are fucking like a hardcore Logic fan. Like, you know every word, every song.
Yeah, he's kind of like he's definitely bigger than Russ, like I think in terms of money and everything and just like stardom, but I feel like Russ has a little more respect within hip hop.
Yeah, because I think he just like, well, because like he doesn't. Okay, this is where like
he's a more rapper attitude, is like, for sure.
Logic doesn't pretend to be anything he's not. Is that people just don't believe him? Yeah. Like that's the thing, right? When he says like, "Yeah, I'm half black, half white," people are like, "Are you though?" You know what I mean? Like that's like.
And I'm sure that fucks with him too, because he's like, So I think the biggest thing with him is he's frustrated that he is a good rapper, but he doesn't get the respect he feels like he deserves. And I feel like a lot of it is shit he can't control. Like,
not control.
Yeah, I mean, his appearance.
Like he can't control that he came out looking more like, you know, his white mom than his black dad. He can't control
something like that. Like he can only rap about what he knows and his life, and I guess that content just doesn't sound cool enough to people. He's not that same braggadocious dude that like Russ is necessarily, and I'm sure that's hard for him because he puts in a shit ton of work to produce his music and out rap most of these dudes, but then fucking all these quote unquote mumble rappers will come out rapping about some bullshit and like get way more love than he's ever gotten. And even though he has this cult fan base, I don't think it's enough for him. I think he wants like general public love and not just 12-year-old white dudes in Wisconsin who are bumping his shit.
No, dude, I agree with that. So he's retiring, but dude, didn't he like? So what is he gonna keep doing on Twitch though? Because he signed some massive deal with them. So what is he gonna be fucking streaming?
Based on what I read, he's literally just like streaming like video games and him shooting the shit with people and stuff like that. I guess it's gonna be kind of like a live,
like a reality TV show.
Yeah, I don't know about reality TV show, but probably just him kicking it with his homies and talking about stuff like a kind of like a live podcast in a way. But probably, I think, streaming video games. He claims he's a big video game fan, so I think it's just like unrelated stuff that's not music based, and maybe he feels like that's more of him, and like would it make it easier for him to be himself and a father without trying to like tour and rap. I mean, he can't tour right now anyways, but
ain't nobody tour right now. So you should probably unretire. That was your fucking reason.
Yeah, but maybe he just feels unwanted in the genre, which is really unfortunate. To make that much money and that much of a stamp on the game, and then feel like nobody respects you.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with that. Yeah, dude, I don't think a lot of people respected him, bro. Like, if I'm being honest, like in hip hop circles and in conversations, like not to be like racist, but like whenever I hear like the person in the room shouting the most, like, "Yo, Logic is dope," usually a white guy. You know what I mean? Like it's usually like. I
feel like that they're the ones who. And when we're talking about the white guy, we're talking about like the hip hop head white dude. A lot of them appreciate like just the technical aspect of rapping. Like, oh, you rap fast, you've rhymed this word, but they're not really paying attention to much else half the time, it seems like.
Yeah, like it's a whole picture. Like it's like the ensemble, like how it sounds, what you're rapping. Like I think I've listened to plenty Logic songs that I do enjoy, but I'm just saying, like, in general, like the perception, it's like, dude, I honestly think, bro, like him, and it's not his fault, but him constantly talking about like the black white thing, like a lot that rubbed a lot of black people the wrong way. Again, I could be wrong, like you tell me, but I think a lot of black people like, bro, like shut up, bro, like you're white,
Yeah,
you're white, like it's like. So I think that's like that made people think that he's trying to be something he's not, and then you're already in a black-dominated industry.
Yep.
I don't know. I just think he rubbed people the wrong way, and
Yeah.
then it came across as corny to a lot of people.
Well, I feel like I kind of like sympathize with his frustration because when he was coming up, the two of the biggest rappers, J. Cole and Drake, who were still
Same
two of the
setup.
biggest rappers.
Yeah,
He's like, how come they're fucking winning so hard and I just happen to look more white and I'm already boxed in as corny? But I think it's much more than that too. His style isn't really
it's
like
a whole
defined.
different style of rap. Like at least like J. Cole and Drake is very similar. Again, they're both in their own little league, but they're still very similar to what you consider, box, simple, cookie cut hip hop, right? Like what you're getting with them, which Logic is a little bit left field. But yeah, man, to each their own. Kudos to him. I mean, he made a ton of money, bro, and he does have. I mean, dude, if you have one person who loved your fucking album, like the same way with us, if we have like 3 fans who love fucking listen to this podcast every week, be grateful for that. And dude, he made a ton of money and he did take care of his family. So dude, kudos to him.
Sure.
Did you get a chance to listen to the album at all though?
Very briefly, but I knew like I wasn't gonna. I just honestly had no interest. I'll probably go back and listen to it just to see if I prove myself wrong. I know some people are saying this is one of his better projects, but at the same time, it's just, I guess it's hard to really feel the impact of it. And I think that goes back to the criticism of, like, when you hear his music, sometimes you feel like it's literally just to rap and not to really send some concrete message. And I think that's kind of one of his pitfalls. There's actually this, not to go on a tangent, but this rapper that most people probably wouldn't know about. He goes by Russell now, but originally he went by D Pride. He's this Filipino dude from Canada. So I randomly came across him on YouTube in like 2000, I want to say like 2008 or some shit, a long ass time ago.
12 years ago.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
The reason why I came across him is because he was infamous for remixing like every popular song ever and doing his own verse. And he was super talented. And but if you followed his career, which obviously you specifically haven't, you'll notice like every 3 years or whatever, he followed the trend at the time. So he originally was like Soulja Boy, Big T's, Cap, like Fabulous type raps. And then when like snapbacks and shit became popular, then he was wearing that and doing like Tyga type stuff. And then Drake came out and then he was doing the singy songy shit and was, trying to clown people for wanting to be thugs, even though like he was kind of doing that shit before. And then now he's doing the I don't know, everything that like is out. So I think the biggest thing for him is like he was talented, but he was just doing what everyone else was doing, and it just didn't come off as genuine to most people. He has a cult following similar to Logic, like people who've been riding with him forever. But in terms of new listeners, like they just see somebody who is like as cookie cutter as can be.
Yeah.
So it sucks, but that's the way it is.
Dude, that's the industry, bro. Again, you gotta maximize what you can, and I don't know about this dude, but I definitely know Logic has made a shit ton of money. So at the end of the day, dude, if rapping was your career and you made money out of it, I mean, you won. So It is what it is. So as far as staying on the topic of mental realness, Kanye, bro. So Kanye, I mean, last episode we spoke about the rally. He seems to have calmed down a little bit since then, but I don't think he's actually pulled out completely of the presidential race. Because there was some shit he was trying to pay to get on the ballot in Illinois. And then I think him and Kim are trying to sort things out. He apologized to Kim. There was videos and pictures of like Kim and him talking in Wyoming in the car with fucking TMZ like right up in that fucking like rearview mirror. So your thoughts on that whole thing and like, what do we think? First of all, we didn't get the fucking album, which we were supposed to get on Friday, which is fucking dude, ridiculous, bro. Like this dude. Ever since like he had that like good music thing 2 years ago, this time, bro, like it's like he says it's coming out, and I don't even know why we're all waiting for that shit like at midnight, because it's like, bro, it's not coming out.
How I feel about it now, since he didn't release the album, I think I'm a little less inclined to believe that's why he was claiming he was going crazy or having episodes. I think he's actually been troubled for quite some time.
Yeah, the pictures of Kim, she looks very like.
Oh yeah, I don't think she's that
sad,
good. If she acted that well, then she needs to be an actress, because there's no way she did that shit.
And I don't know if you saw her response. Her response on Twitter, it was cool. Like, hey, like, listen, like, this is a real family issue. Like, this shit's not gonna be on TV. We're not filming this. Like, he has bipolar. If you know anyone who has bipolar, blah blah blah, like, you know, like, if they don't want to get help, there's nothing you can do for them.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I feel for him, and I feel like maybe it seems a little less extreme, because I feel like a lot of people in general feel like they're going crazy with just everything going on.
Yeah.
So for me, at least, it doesn't seem as dangerous as a breakdown as if it were to have happened in January or something. Seems a little less. It seems more rational, I guess you could say.
For him to be like that manic, for him to like go so left.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm going crazy. Except the only difference is I'm not trying to fucking run the country.
Yeah. No, I feel I agree with that. Like, once you saw the images and like of the car, like, first I was like, bro, like that's like I can get why these guys go crazy, because I'm like, dude, like give the dude some fucking privacy, right? Like we don't need to know all this shit. But I guess it's like the low key expectation of everybody in the world right now. But yeah, it seemed more real. It seemed that like it's as I guess it's been a couple weeks now. It feels more real. Like it wasn't just a stage performance and him trying to get more notoriety, because at the end of the day, dude, he is top 5 biggest human beings in the world, let alone fucking like music people. So like, which is just sad, bro. I really hope he is getting the help he needs. And again, I mean, dude, I don't know what the fuck him and Kim's relationship is. Obviously, you don't want to see anyone get divorced, but yeah, it looked serious, bro. So I think being 2 weeks removed from all that went down at the rally, all you can do is just pray for Kanye to get the help he needs.
Yeah. I mean, going back to that and the Logic stuff, I think people always feel like there's some ulterior motive, because they feel like if you have millions of dollars, there's no reason you should be crying.
Yeah, why are you sad?
Like, yeah, why are you sad? Why are you having breakdowns? Why are you depressed? And they just think about their own life, and they're like, oh, as long as if only I had, $50 million in my pocket right now, then.
And then you get it, and you're still sad.
Yeah. So there's like underlying issues that money can't fix. Yes, once your bills and shit are paid for, essentially, then all the other problems are still gonna exist.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Especially like the tough thing is like, again, I feel like obviously on a much smaller level, right? But like I took care of a couple of things recently, and like, but those are a couple of financial things that I had. Like I thought it would take me years to fix, right? So once you already take care of certain things, or financially you reach a certain level, and then you reach it, but then you realize, dude, I'm still alive and hopefully have 30, 40, 50 years left on this planet. What the fuck am I meant to do now? You know what I mean? Like, so that's like the tough part where people don't realize, at least when they think money is everything, it's like, bro, like it's something. But dude, it's not everything, bro, because there's a bunch of billionaires who are fucking depressed. Like, yeah, maybe they're depressed on a fucking private island, but they're still sad, bro. Like, they're still, like, trying to figure out, bro, like, why did I get so lucky? Like, why do I have all this and then fucking entire nation is fucking starving to death and dying? Like, there's so many things that can go through someone's head, bro. So, yeah, as time is moving on, I'm definitely more on the side, like, damn, I really hope this guy gets the help he needs, because, like, God forbid something happens to him and we lose, like, literally, like, a musical genius and just, like, a human being. Like, no one wants to fucking see that.
No. Yeah, hopefully it's just, I don't know, something that he can continue to manage and is not going to lead to him doing anything crazy to himself or someone else.
Yeah, but so like hopefully Kim gets a hold of that and make sure he's in a better spot. What else do we wanted to touch upon, dude? So anything around the subject of mental realness that you wanted to touch upon before we do like a rapid fire of some other topics?
No, I think that pretty much sums it up for me.
All right, man, same here. So did you get a chance to watch the Snoop Dogg DMX versus?
I did see some snippets of it. Snoop was jamming out, it seemed like, the whole fucking time.
Dude, Snoop was loving life, bro. Like, at first I was like, bro, you guys are being too buddy-buddy. Like, yo, where's the aggression? Where's the verses of this? But, like, it was cool, man. Like, you can tell they've been, like, friendly or boys for a very long time. And they were just very happy to be in the same room together and just, like, vibing out. Dude, initially, I thought from, like, just, like, a scoring point of view, I think Snoop was winning a lot in the beginning, but then just like ran out of like bangers, and like DMX like still had a bunch of like really fucking aggressive hits. So I think DMX at the end like edged it, but it was still like a very good versus, bro. I think that was probably like the best one because like they were just having so much fun, bro. Like it was like
no, they look like they're loving
like 20, 30 years.
Yeah, they're like straight up old heads. Like they actually, compared to like the Jadakiss Fabulous one and all the other ones.
Like these dudes Snoop were out for like 10 years before Fabulous and Jada. Yeah.
Which is crazy because I remember watching their music videos and stuff in middle school, and at that time they didn't seem old at all to me. But like Snoop's hair is like all gray and like kind of falling out. DMX is just like kind of like sluggish and just like out of shape. I remember him being like damn near as buff as 50 Cent, fucking on ATVs, jumping over buildings and shit.
Dude, I remember. Dude, I don't know if you saw this moment. I think one of the best moments was one, they did a prayer right before, which is dope. But then two, he was like, DMX like, shout out to all my baby mothers. I was like, bro. I was like, dude, that was amazing. He's like, yeah, and then all 7 of them, like in that voice, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good one. So yeah, shout out to Versus. And they just announced, bro, that it's gonna be Rick Ross versus 2 Chainz next week. So more new school for sure compared to that one. Initial thoughts and who you think may come out like on top in that battle.
I'm gonna have to say 2 Chainz. Rick Ross is on a bunch of featured or bangers where he's featured, but 2 Chainz has the most like, I'd say, memorable, like quotable stuff. I mean, I think Rick Ross's catalog is better, but 2 Chainz has more like hits that you'd probably want to hear, if I recall correctly, at least off the top of my head.
Yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, I'm leaning towards Rick Ross because like there's just like anthems that Rick Ross has, but I guess I think more recently I definitely probably checked for 2 Chainz more often. So I think that one is going to be closer than people think. Because I think there's either people who say like Rick Ross is going to fucking wash him, or that 2 Chainz is just like too new school for Rick Ross. But it's going to be good. That's going to be a good one, bro. So I'm actually excited to watch that one. I may open up a bottle of something to watch that one on. I think it's on Wednesday coming up. Again, this fucking weekday shit. Like I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but apparently it's making sense for them. So, all right, that's the versus thing. So let's go into real quick the music, because there was a lot of music that did come out last week. We got to talk about Kid LAROI. Dude, I personally love the album. I think you said it only ended up selling I think it sold like 35,000 copies or whatever.
37.5 maybe.
Like, right? So, again, I don't really know what people were expecting. This is still like a 16-year-old, 17-year-old rapper. I know he was on Juice WRLD's album and Juice WRLD was on his album. But, dude, I think that's something that's very impressive, especially in a time where no one's really fucking buying music unless you are like a dead rapper. Yeah. So, dude, but put the sales aside, dude, I love that fucking album, bro. Like, I enjoyed that shit thoroughly. I was telling you, he sounds like a fucking, like, if Post Malone or Drake had a kid, like, or a cousin, like, this would be it. And do I think there's something about that? Do I really think, like, his mom or whoever's his manager, I know we mentioned before, is some kind of marketing genius, bro? Because, like, I feel like they're telling him or want him to sound like Post Malone to a certain extent, because they know like, that shit works, bro. Like, if you sound like that, you're gonna have everyone's ear, not just like the hip hop fan, not just the white fan, not just the pop. Like, you're gonna have everyone's ear. So Yeah, dude, I'm excited for him. And dude, yeah, you're being 17 years old and putting out music like that. That shit was dope. How about you?
Yeah, no, I think he definitely has a promising career. The Dark Side of Kid LAROI video kind of fucked me up. Like, I definitely don't have any animosity towards him, but it's just like in the back of my mind for some reason.
Who wrote these rhymes? How many people did you have to kill for this?
Yeah. Basically, I'm like, I envision all of the times when he was like with these other random people, knowing like he didn't write this when he's talking about some chick that like fucked him over and she's out doing this. I know it's all music, but like when I listen, for some reason when I listen to Justin Bieber, I know it's like I'm fine with it knowing that it's written by fucking 45 people and
yeah, dude, it's
not
for
based
some
on
reason,
his life and shit.
It's hip hop.
Yeah.
Once it's a hip hop thing, like we can't accept someone else writing this shit for you.
Yeah. Whereas with Kid LAROI, it's like I think it's like relatively obvious, nor is he trying to spit bars, so like you don't really give a fuck. But for some reason,
yeah, dude,
in my mind,
it's sing-song rap. Like,
yeah, it's sing-song.
I don't think he's ever actually rapping, but then I don't think he isn't as well. Like, it's like you can't tell him he's not rapping, but you can also tell like he's not just singing. Like it's some kind of like Post Malone perfect combination of both of it. So yeah, dude, I think his management team is smart because again, like that's what Post Malone has been relevant for what 2-3 years now, like on top, and it's shit like that. Again, it's just that sultry, raspy voice that can entice anyone to at least hear what you have to say. Yeah. And then I do think like some of his lyrics for Kid LAROI are catchy, and it's like, dude, production wise, like A1, like Jesus Christ. So like like he got blessed on this fucking mixtape album, whatever the fuck they want to call it. Definitely really good.
Yeah, and based on this, I feel like to your point, he's definitely gonna take that like Post Malone route where everything is like essentially only singing. So I think Post Malone kind of had a blend in the beginning, but now I feel like this shit's gonna be strictly that. I don't know if Kid LAROI's old music was necessarily like more on the rapping side, but I think they kind of found the formula they want to go with.
Like a good singer over hip hop beats with hip hop features, but he's singing, so it's still considered hip hop because it's a hip hop production, blah blah blah. So like, so I don't know, but I was super impressed. Dude. I played it for my girl. She fucking loved it. She's like, what the fuck is this? So like, dude, like I when academics post that thing like, is it a big W or big L? I'm like, bro, like, dude, he sold 35,000 copies. He's fucking 16 years old. Like, how is this not a win? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how are we not excited about this?
I think, well, when I first saw it, I was actually expecting more L's for some reason. I just assumed like anything under 50K for like a relatively big artist, people would consider an L, but maybe it's just because we've been tuning into him more than the average person. Because when I first saw him, like, okay, he's this young white kid who kind of sounds like Post Malone-ish and Juice WRLD-ish, and did a video with Cole Bennett and blew up and has been doing all this stuff. In my mind, I'm just like, okay, like at least 50 plus K. Didn't turn out that way, but I know there's other big artists like Smoke Perp and stuff that apparently like flop super hard.
Why is he a big artist, bro? Why is he a big artist?
I think he just makes like McDonald's music, like some shit you could vibe to, like
what the fuck,
at a party.
Why is he even popular?
I actually do like some of his songs, but I don't know like how he's. I think a lot of these dudes are doing like what Tekashi's doing, working with international reggaeton artists and shit, because I think he's like part Cuban or something.
I don't know, bro, but after that, I never liked him because he was always at Rolling Loud when we would go, and like he would have, I think he's from Fort Lauderdale, right? Or he's from Florida or some shit, right? Yeah, because like that Florida fan base was losing their fucking minds. I'm like, are you hearing this shit? Like, is like what do you like about this? But yeah, after I saw that fucking freestyle where he's just like humming and
that was hilarious.
And then he was like, well, I was fucking faded. I'm like, bro, then don't do the fucking interview, bro. Like, have some fucking respect for your like the other guy who's interviewing. You're fucking destroyed. Like,
you should have just done what everyone else does and been like, yeah, I can't freestyle, but I have more money than you, or some shit.
Yeah, say something, bro, because he embarrassed himself. He fucking ruined the Moonlight beat. Fucking XXS. Fucking like, dude, don't do that, bro. Like that was trash on every level with the trash excuse. But I guess one more. Were there any other releases or songs that came out that you were really impressed by?
Not
J.
really.
Cole dropped a couple songs.
So yeah, I've been asked about that, and people swear I hate J. Cole when I was. I don't want to say in love. That sounds weird, but I was really fond of his first couple mixtapes and his first couple albums. But recently, since I think I just hold people like him and Kendrick to a higher standard because they're so MIA that when they come back after fucking 7 years and release like one snippet, I'm just like, this isn't enough to get me through fucking 2020 through 2023 or when he comes back again. So with these tracks, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Maybe I just expect too much from him, but it by no means was bad. It just, I wanted like a full album essentially.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. On one of them, I think he's talking about Little Pump, like just like he's talking about like how hard it is to stay in the game. And I told you guys how like you may have a couple hits, but you're not going to be here as long as I am. So like it was clever. Again, with J. Cole, for me, it's a thing you listen to a couple times and keep it moving. Because like he's not trying to make music you bump in your car and fucking like it's on like 100. Like it's shit you like need like you get high to, or like if you want to be super woke, quote unquote, that's the shit you listen to. But I don't think he's trying to make music for people like fucking like driving down 95 or the PCH, you know, windows down, black. Like he's not trying to make music like that. But yeah, it was fine. I don't know if you checked out this one. It's not my heat of the week, but definitely a recommendation. The Chase B, Don Toliver, and Gunna song "Cafeteria."
No,
fire.
I'm gonna add that right now.
Fire.
Cafeteria,
bro. Yeah.
You got me at Don Toliver.
Yeah, I think it's a Chase B beat and Don Toliver with a Gunna feature. Shit's fucking great.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah, that dropped on Friday too. Yeah, a lot of shit dropped on Friday, except Kanye, bastard. I really don't have anything else. Anything else you want to touch upon before we get into heat of the week?
Oh no, I was gonna add to the J. Cole thing. I think what I'm disappointed with is, I guess the message. I feel like I can already anticipate what he's gonna say. It's gonna be kind of like a preachy, like, you know, keep rapping about bullshit and you're only gonna last this long, or some shit about like women needing to like do this, or men needing to like shit like that. I guess it was novel in the beginning, like this college educated dude who could spit and like still say thug shit in like a clever way and stuff, but now it's just like, what are you adding? Like there's no like concept similar to like what Kendrick does, where like he'll just find a unique way to do everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
A more unique way.
Fair enough. I mean, I know what I'm expecting with Cole. Like, if you're gonna kind of like the logic point of view, obviously you can't compare the two. I respect that Cole is in a different level of eliteness. I know what I'm gonna get with him, but is he my favorite rapper? No, because again, like I'm the kind of guy like, I want to be able to, in my car, listen to this shit, like, vibe out. And there's no vibing out to J. Cole music. It's like, oh, that's a good, I see that point. That's a cool point. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, it never hits home, like, aggressively for me, which is, like, I guess what I'm looking for in most times.
He needs to do more the London verse with Travis and Young Thug. That was probably, like, my favorite thing he's done since his last album.
Yeah, dude, I probably think one of his own songs, dude, like Power Trip with Miguel, fire. You know, like that kind
stuff
of song.
Like that. Yeah, like that. It's not mainstream, but it's like mainstream enough to where you'd replay it like 20 times.
Exactly. I've listened to Power Trip maybe 5 times in a row, one sitting, right? So yeah, shit like that. Yeah, he's. I mean, again, that's just not who he is, which I respect. But but it's so but he's earned my respect that I'm always checking for his music. So if it drops, I'm gonna listen to it.
Sure, yeah.
Whereas like when Logic came out, dude, I had my Rap Life fucking playlist on Apple. I'm like, nope. I'm like, immediately, like, I don't want to hear this shit.
No, I was like, I'll wait till other fucking YouTubers and critics and stuff say that it's good before I try to investigate.
Yeah, no, with Logic, again, there's something about, again, because, like, dude, at the end of the day, hip-hop, obviously, they have videos and tours, they did, and they will in the future. But, dude, your tool is your voice, right? So, like, the way you sound on songs matters. Bro, there's something about his voice that, for me, is just, like, not believable.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, bro, like, this isn't it.
That's unfortunate. That's the same thing with the dude I was telling you about, formerly D-Pipe, now Russell. Yeah, his voice is just very, like, it's kind of like nasally and just difficult to listen to, and you don't feel like you can believe the lyrics for whatever I think that's why Rich Brian has made it this far, is because he has a deep ass fucking voice, and he's not just some measly quote unquote stereotypical Asian dude who like doesn't sound good on beats. Like, this motherfucker has the deepest voice I've heard in a long ass time, and it just sounds good.
And Kid LAROI, when you listen to that shit, when I told my girl he was 16, she's like, what? Like, he sounds like a fucking, like a young 20-year-old, like,
yeah.
And maybe he's, I don't know what sounding white sounds like, but you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't sound like a child, like, and it's like, it's still believable, like. So with Logic, I'm just like, bro, like, I don't even want to hear this shit. Like, I'm just like, don't even come at me with this shit. So
Kid LAROI actually sounds like Trippie Redd to me, kind of. Now that I think about it.
Kid LAROI?
Yeah, the same like like the kind of like baby crying type voice.
Yeah, but his songs are just more upbeat, which is why I fuck with him more. Because Trippie's just like fucking depressing.
Yeah, his shit is depressing.
All right, man. So let's get into some heat of the week before we get out of here. So, anything you listened to in the last week or so that really stood out?
Yeah. So on Joshua Tree, when you hit me up about Kid LAROI, I checked it out. Immediately fell in love with Same Thing. Kind of reminded me of like it sounded like a track that Drake would write. It's very simple but very dope concept. Basically talking about a girl that is out partying, doing shit, and he's like, I can't be mad at you because I do the same thing. Don't know if I believe it because this motherfucker is like 7 years old, but the song bumps.
Dude, I love that like in every song he's talking about drinking Hennessy. I'm like, are you though? Like,
yeah. Yeah, but I can't be mad at him because to your point, is believable. The voice, the vocals, the style, like his emotion in it.
In the moment, I believe it. So
yeah.
Dude, that's funny. Yeah, so Same Thing. I'll add Same Thing to the playlist then. But for me, from the same album, it's gonna be Wrong featuring Lil Mosey.
Nice. Lil Mosey's dope.
Fire. Holy shit, dude! That beat is just fucking like. Again, like him and Jack Harlow, bro, have like, dude, their beat selection is just like whatever that new sound is, like they're on it, bro. Because dude, these fucking beats are like anyone. It feels like, again, I don't want to just like dismiss their lyrics, but like I feel like if anyone jumped on this beat, they would have a hit record because like these beats are just fucking fire. So track number 3 on the album, Fuck Love, Wrong, is another one where beat selection is great and just like the way they both flow on that beat is fucking great. So definitely check that out. It's on the it's already on the playlist on Apple Music.
Dope.
I'm my brother. Any big plans for the weekend before we dip out?
This week, I'm going to 5 a.m. tomorrow. I'm going to San Jose. It's my boy's birthday. Me and my girl's mutual friend. So we're driving up. It'll only be like 5 hours, but I have to get up early as hell and work from the road.
Are you taking off? Oh, you are working remote then?
I was gonna take off, but I already did take off, and they put me on a new account and everything, and I don't want to just stress myself out by not being on emails and then killing myself next weekend from having 5,000 emails. So I'm just gonna work from home. He's not even free like during the day anyway, so it's not like, and there's nothing to do. So figured I work from home, just log off a little early or something, hang out, and then we come back Sunday. So just a nice little getaway. Be somewhere else and chill.
Nice, dude. All right, that'll be a good time. How far? So San Jose's 5 hours from you. Is that are you going? Like, where do you go? Do you go more?
So it's going up, and it's like right before San Francisco, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. So NorCal. It's kind of like a suburb, essentially. And yeah, my boy's been living there for a few years now. We used to go up a decent amount. There's not a ton different from LA other than the fact that it's expensive as shit and just not as poppin', but it's still like a nice, quaint spot to be, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I feel like nice. Have a great time. Yeah, hopefully you guys can find some shit to do outside of the fucking out of his house or apartment.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm just gonna be patiently waiting for my COVID test. So pray for your boy that that shit comes back negative. Just because again, if it comes back positive, I'm not worried about it. Because I mean, I feel absolutely fine, thank God. But just more because I really want to get on the road on Saturday because there's meant to be like a tropical storm / hurricane coming directly for like Miami, South Florida. So I just don't want to deal with that shit because like the lights start going out, you start seeing little cracks of water coming into the apartment. It's like, bro, what the fuck? So
yeah,
definitely rather be in New York, New Jersey, Rhode Island, just chilling with like and not worrying about COVID. You know what I mean? Because like, the wild thing, dude, in Rhode Island especially, bro, like. Because like, there's minimal protests happening, just because like maybe just like it's more of a like white neighborhood. I don't fucking know. Yeah. But there's minimal protests happening in Rhode Island, and then bro, like their numbers are, dude, it's like 10 cases a day. It's gonna be fucking wild, blow, bro. So like everyone's out, everyone's eating, it like everyone's just happy. Like I'm just like, bro, this is it. Like this is a summer, bro. So like. Because what's cool is like it's a summer, but then it's also like obviously people are being respectful, so like you just have so much space. So whereas you would normally walk down a busy street, like you're bumping into people, like bro, like you just have like an entire sidewalk to yourself, and it's gorgeous weather, and you're on the water, and you're drinking. It's like, bro, this is fucking the life right now. Yeah. So yeah, really hope I can do that this weekend, but if not, I'll do it next weekend. So we'll wait and see what is my background next week.
Nice. It's like a mystery all the time.
Yeah, man. It's all right, man. Love you, bro. Appreciate you. Stay safe. Stay safe to our listeners. Episode 39, Mental Realness in the Book. And we'll see you guys for episode 40 next week.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Peace, broski.